The latest index revealed that there was a 0.1 decrease in temporary staffing usage from the last index that we produced, which indicates a less stark fall than from previous indexes that we've produced. And we're anticipating, in line with a growth in temporary usage across the recruitment industry in 2012, there's probably going to be a marginal level of increase in 2013 in usage by local authorities. Essentially, in terms of ordering patterns, in terms of the number of FTE that are being engaged by local authorities, the overall numbers, the amount of hours that they're putting through increases over a course of time. So from quarter to quarter, we're obviously measuring growth and decline within certain areas. So we measure essentially the different skill sets that are being used, the key user groups that are being engaged over that period, and the differences, within that as well. If you look at the South East and London, they've sort of flat lines, no particular growth or decline. If you look within the South West and in Wales and the West Midlands and in the North West, there's been an increase. And if you look over at the East Midlands and the North East, there's been quite a steady decline. What we've sort of noticed is that what tends to be driving it is the initiatives that are being approached by lots of different local authorities in terms of the way that they combat the need to drive savings and to reduce costs. So, for example, in the North East and in the East Midlands, we see that falling usage primarily attributed to the fact that they've gone through a load of outsourcing programs. So the use of industrial staff and those particular areas has really dropped off, essentially because they've outsourced the particular services. And I think that it is a mixed bag, and it will depend on what each authority or whichever group of authorities are doing in terms of the way that they rationalise their cost base. The focus in some areas on apprenticeships, which is a good thing, but on the other side of things, you've got an accelerated use of very experienced workers coming through in professional categories and social care and those type of areas, which obviously casts a bit of a shadow as to how much training is being put into the younger workers coming through and into newly qualified workers. So it's not all doom and gloom, and I think that where there are opportunities for young people to go in and work on some temporary assignments, it's probably quite a good opportunity for them to get work experience in a new environment. They are complex beasts at the end of the day. They have complex workforce structures. They deliver a range of different services. They have all sorts of governance that affects them. And to a certain degree, they need that flexibility that they get from temporary workers.